Welcome in, everyone, to another episode of Respect Coin. I'm your host, Michael Bolling, joined by co-host Kevin Lapka, and we, as always, are presented by 𝗰𝐶𝗰𝗶𝗹 Southland. Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at 𝗰𝐶𝗰𝗶𝗹 Southland, where the action never stops. Play the hottest table games, enjoy the newest slots, and celebrate big jackpots at 𝗰𝐶𝗰𝗶𝗹 Southland. There's a win waiting for you around every corner. Boys, we're back. We're back to hang out, win some money. The Bears are really good. You guys think they might be going to the Super Bowl? Kev, how you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good, Mike. I'm just saying. We got 18 days until week one. Well, until Monday night. You got 17 days until the Sunday, and then even less days until the Thursday, and then the Friday. Oh, my God, it's so close. It's coming up. But a lot of reasons to be excited about the Bears. Preseason sample size, we know, but reasons to be excited. We're going to dive into it all. The good, the bad, the ugly of last week, how we're looking at the Bears for the entire season, awards, and I'm feeling good, Mike. I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good as well, man. This is going to be really fun. Obviously, being in this time of year, the weather's a little chillier. We're in the 70s. I'm
hoodie
feeling
season?
The fall, hoodie season, hoodie and shorts season.
Come on,
the best
now.
season.
Best combo.
Best combo. But we'll get started with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And obviously, we've talked a lot about this as a show, but we're all in on 𝗬𝗏𝗏 III. You had a really hot take like a few weeks ago. Maybe it was like a month ago. Honestly, it was probably right after he was drafted. You were like, he's going to be wide receiver one. I don't know if I'm going to go that far yet, but you could see in that preseason game against the Bills, I was there. I was at Soldier Field. He's got all the tools to be a guy that you can really rely on in the future.
Yeah, I mean, you were there. You saw it. We saw it on the broadcast. I mean, he won't be wide receiver one this year. It's just like DJ's there, Rome's there. I just don't know if he's going to get the amount of reps. I mean, he still was playing with the second team in that first game, and 𝗻𝗏𝗶𝗹 has caught an incredible touchdown, right? So there's going to be a battle for the reps for him. But when you watch him, you know the talent is there for him to be that kind of player, maybe at the end of the year or next year. The interesting thing to me is he's doing all of the things that people thought he couldn't do, and is the reason why he fell down to the second round. Like, I don't know if he's engaged in every play. I don't know if he wants to block. And you saw on both those touchdown runs, not only was he blocking,
he was laying the wood.
Aggressive blocks, laying the wood. And what does that come down to, Michael Bolling? Coaching, coaching, coaching.
Yeah, Ben Johnson has done probably the best job of any coach in our lifetime outside of Lovie Smith of just like changing the culture in a snap.
Yeah.
Like, he came in talking about no block, no rock, and that is legitimately what's going on. I think the most telling thing was Ryan Poles on the broadcast. I watched it back, just saying how hard 𝗬𝗏𝗏 has worked since he had that little reality check, right? He's young, and he has whatever people want to call them issues before the draft, but like the talent, you look at the tape, the dude is going to be a monster.
That's what I mean, that's what I'm basing all of this off of. It was like, dude, I watched this dude these last couple of years at Mizzou. I mean, this is a player that should have or had the potential to be the first receiver taken. Yep. He dealt with injury. There was, again, the questions about his character, and the Bears were at a point where, like, I mean, come on. Like, it's not a position of need at all in the second round.
We're taking him. We have to
take him, and it's going to work out very, very well for them.
I agree. So, on a sadder note, we move to the bad, and probably the worst part of that preseason game, Terell Smith, who really was a player that the Bears relied on a little bit last year, had a chance to kind of solidify himself in the defensive backfield. He goes out. What did he break his patella?
Torn patella. And
just brutal, man. Like, it was tough to watch. Like, the energy in the building kind of left when he went down. They brought the cart out. So big shout out to Terell Smith. Hopefully he recovers very quickly from that injury. I know it's, he won't play this year, but another, good case to discuss around the preseason, right? Like, these guys are fighting for jobs, and he was definitely someone who was going to get lots of snaps on this team. So we hope he recovers well, and hopefully he comes back better, stronger and better for next season. But you hate to see that in a preseason game. But the ugly, we'll talk about it. Bad beats are back. If you haven't been paying attention, if you haven't been betting preseason, good for you. I can't not do it. I'm going to be betting tomorrow. We'll talk about the next preseason game. But the Bears were up 38-0 with 2 minutes left, first and goal, and they took knees until the game ended, and there was a guy who had the Bears to win by 43 at 30 to 1. So, first of all, stop being weird and betting these. But like, if I had that ticket, I would have crashed out during the game.
Yeah. Well, apparently, so there's people speculating that they switched play callers at halftime. Ben Johnson said, Declan Doyle, you can call the plays at halftime.
Right.
And people were speculating that if Ben Johnson were still the play caller, he would have gone for it. I'm going for it. But they were like, let's take it easy. So that is a brutal beat. But if you're betting live 30-plus point winner, like, I don't know. I mean, you kind of deserve that.
You kind of deserve it. It's a deep cut. You have been like scouring the app throughout the whole game to find that at those odds. Honestly, like when people do find these, I scratch my head and I'm like, dude, you really must have the app open for the entire game to see those come up, because they're not offering that before the game. The odds would be crazy. So yeah.
Locked in, man.
Also, fun story. My brother asked me, we were hanging out before the game, and he asked me about the total. I thought he was talking about the Bears over under, and he said 40 points. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's no way they're doing that. And they scored 38. He bet the over in the game, and it was 40. So everyone got smoked on that last play.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they could even just sent the kicker out there to just practice one. And you would have went over. So
point.
Shout out to everyone who isn't betting preseason. I don't know how you don't do it, especially with betting on baseball is brutal now. So I will be getting in. I know you had an honorable mention for QB1. This is very rare of you to be critical of QB1, but
no.
I need your take on Caleb Williams' aura.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things is aura ranking the players and determining who has aura.
We got to make that a segment in the show.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. I think Caleb's on his way to having elite aura, but I think he's got to figure out a couple things with his drip, if I'm going to be honest. In the last preseason game, I was watching a TikTok. There's a TikTok talking about it. He's like, the aura, like, in your drip, it can be very simplistic if you're a quarterback. Like, you don't need much. Like, Patrick Mahomes doesn't do a lot with his arm sleeves.
He's got, like, the three-quarter sleeves.
Yeah, just like, but he's got that presence.
Yeah.
Caleb, I love you, but we had the black arm sleeve, the white undershirt, the navy blue sweatband.
Socks down.
Which, okay, I will say, I kind of like the socks down. If he's going to play better with the socks down, take it back to college, the Bears should pay the fine. All right? So I'm cool.
Wait, there's a fine associated with that?
Yeah, you can't do it. It's against the league rules to wear your socks down. That's why everybody in the league wears their socks up. Is you get hit with a fine, it's against the rules, the wardrobe rules.
So dumb.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I don't know why you would want to do that. I mean, especially on turf. I
would rather have them up, but I didn't know they had an option. That's crazy.
Yeah, so. But all this to say, a really useless thing, but Caleb's on his way to aura. I think we can figure out that drip a little bit. I do like the white cleats.
He's got off the field aura.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He's got off the field
his drip off the field is great.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised, too. I was watching the replay, and I was like, this feels like he got ready in 5 minutes.
Yeah. He just
threw some stuff together.
Hey, let me get an armband.
Is that aura farming? If you're just like, throw me an armband.
Elite aura farmer, Caleb Williams.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk about the preseason game. So we're filming this on Thursday. The Bears will take on the Chiefs in the preseason finale in Kansas City. I checked the odds. First of all, both starters will play. Andy Reid said that the Chiefs starters will play, so we'll see Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Ben Johnson countered with our starters will play as well, which is really fun. So you'll see Caleb again out there. How long they'll play remains to be seen. But I took a look at the splits on Monday, which I will do throughout the season to get people a sense of how much line movement actually happens. Kind of bizarre for the preseason to move as much as it does, but when you see that the starters are in, that'll move the lines a little bit because you're expecting points early. So on Monday, the Bears were +3 against the Chiefs, and 65% of the bets were on the Bears, +3. Now it's Thursday. The Bears are down to +1.5. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing here is the total. So if you bet the total on Monday, congratulations, you got a great line if you're betting the over. The over-under went from 38.5 to 42.5. So 4 full points in the matter of 3 days. That is a huge jump, in my opinion. Obviously, the starters are playing, so there could be more scoring. But what people fail to realize is that the defenses are probably going to play their starters for at least a couple series. So, A team versus A team, I don't necessarily put a lot of stock in points being scored early. Obviously, there could be a bunch of backups in at the end. You could have a lot of scoring late, but I don't know. I'm curious to think, what your take is on Sunday or Friday's game. I think I'm taking the under in this one.
Really?
Yeah, well, for the reasons why I mentioned earlier, like they could just run the clock out and not try and score late. And then you're kind of cooked if they don't.
If they win 38-0 again, you're right there at that number. You make a really good point. There's so many people in preseason that are like, oh, starters playing, that means points. Like, the defenses are good. Yeah, the Bears defense completely was.
They didn't allow a point.
They were incredible, and not just that first team, but the second team, third team. Like Dennis Allen has it figured out, and you got to imagine over there on the other side, Steve Spagnuolo and those guys will have it figured out too. So I don't hate the lean. The only thing about like preseason game 3 that you would think about is, you have the last chance for these guys to play for their careers and play for their lives. And you would like to believe that the coordinators for both of those offenses are going to try to do creative things to get guys opportunities to score and to have a chance to earn that 53-man roster. But that's really just that's a hard way. You can't really bet based off of that or either way. I honestly, to be honest, more than anything, I would take the Bears, the +3 more than the total or the 1.5 it's at right now. Tyson Bagent, we know, is one of the best backups in the NFL, who just earned a 2-year, $10 million extension.
Shout out to Bagent.
I mean, seriously.
Shout out to Bagent.
Like, this deserves a couple minutes because his story and the way he spoke in the press conference about his dad not having running water growing up, him being a D2 quarterback and having to work his way to an undrafted rookie, win a game in his first season,
Tyson
and to get
Bagent,
where he is.
coin respecter of the week, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing but the utmost respect for that guy. You could see the love from his teammates on Instagram.
That was
social media.
thing.
It was like everybody, and you'll see that a lot. But everybody was reposting it, saying like, "Well deserved." Like this guy, earned it.
It's a hard job to have too, right? Like you have to be locked in to the point where everyone knows that you care and you really value your place because you're not the starter. I feel like it's even harder, right? Like he knows that he can push Caleb in a way that they're buddies. But if you don't play well, this is not we're gonna bench Caleb Williams for you. Knowing that mentally, to be as locked in as he is, to have all the leaders in the building saying he's the hardest worker here, it's a different mindset. The dude bet on himself, undrafted, like you said, putting on for his family. So shout out to Tyson Bagent. And yeah, I think you make a good point there, right? Let's say Caleb plays 2 series like he did before. This is an opportunity for Tyson to say, this is why you paid me. Right? Every opportunity he gets, now he's just going to continue to try and prove his worth, right? This is no different than someone getting a job and someone taking a chance on you in other fields. You're going to want to prove to them that you're worth the value. So I agree with you. I'm going to take the Bears because I'm a homer, but I also really love the way Dennis Allen's defenses have been playing, and there's more open spots on that defense than the offense, I would say, at this point. So you got to think these guys are really going to try and put stuff on tape, not only for the Bears to potentially make the Bears, but there's going to be cuts around the league. Yeah. So some of these guys might jump on somewhere else, right? So I don't know that the motivation for the Chiefs will be the same as the Bears, but everyone's playing for a job. So you like the Bears +1.5. I probably will just take the money line to be safe, or not to be safe, to just take the value. But I do think the under 42.5, when you get 4 points of movement, that feels like an opportunity to go under. Now, if it was Monday and I was betting, I probably would have taken over 38.5. I just feel like now it's 4 more points. I'm going to go under. But I do think this is going to be an interesting game. Getting to see Mahomes and Caleb on the field together. Not together, but will they dap each other up pregame, all that stuff. The other part of this is once this game's over, it's we're on to Minnesota.
Yeah, it's real. It's real after this.
Super real, dude.
So that's the other thing, too, is this is your last prep. Now, it seems like the Chiefs don't care. You know what I mean?
We've done this.
We've done this. But the Bears are okay, this is our, we got to be polished here. This is your dress rehearsal.
Right.
You have to look good. They might take that a little bit more seriously as far as how they operate Ben Johnson's
no more
offense.
Joint practices, no more of that, right? And you're probably going to do less and less hitting each other.
Yeah.
Because you can't get people hurt.
No.
So this is, like you said, the last dress rehearsal. We like the Bears to win. I like the under. What I bet the last couple games is the Bears to throw 2 passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that whenever that pops
Yep.
up. I don't know when the odds go live, but that'll be the other bet that I make for that. All right, let's talk awards and futures bets. Last week we did some player props. This week we're going to focus on the awards, and we'll start with the quarterback with Caleb Williams. Right now on FanDuel, you can get Caleb Williams at 37-1 to win NFL MVP. If you're going to bet this, I would bet it on FanDuel because DraftKings is hanging a way lower price. It's 28-1 on DraftKings. What are your, take objectively, you're not a homer. I don't think there's any value in betting Caleb to win this award solely because if he does, I'm going to just be happy anyway. I don't need if I bet $10 on it, the $370 isn't worth, whatever. But if you were to figure out a path to this happening, what does his season look like?
Yeah, there's path, okay? There's definitely a path. So we'll look at the best thing you can do here is look at history and figure out precedent and figure out what needs to happen. So out of the last 20 NFL MVPs, can you guess how many of them won their division in the same season?
All of them.
19. And the only one that didn't was a running back, Adrian Peterson, and the Vikings were
and that was the
second
craziest season
And that
ever.
was just like the most unreal statistical season ever. So that's the outlier. So that's step one. You got to win the division. That, no questions asked. You have to win the division.
Right.
And we can talk later about whether there's a path for that or not. And then, you kind of look at the last 10 MVPs, the last couple of years, from a statistical standpoint. 5 of the last 10 MVPs didn't throw for 4,000 yards, but you're talking about Lamar Jackson twice with an insane rushing total, Cam Newton, who also had an insane rushing total, right? And those, and then Josh Allen, of course, last year, who was honestly not crazy statistically. 3,700 yards passing, 28 pass touchdowns, very limited 6 interceptions, which we kind of saw from Caleb last year.
Yep.
Only 500 rushing yards, but 12 rushing touchdowns. Real quick, let's just go back to it. Lamar Jackson was robbed of the 2024 MVP.
I agree.
Absolutely robbed.
100%.
It is just unbelievable looking at those stat comparisons. But if you really want to look at it that way, and you think there's still voter fatigue happening with Lamar Jackson, then those are the numbers for you. 3,700 yards, 28 pass touchdowns, 500 yards. He will not get 12 rushing touchdowns because he's just not
going to
using
run
that
him
way.
enough. But if he runs in for 5.
Runs in for 5 and increases the passing touchdown total to maybe 33, 34.
Now you're talking about, all of those numbers are going to be the best numbers in Bears history, which also feels like if you are going to believe in this bet, the Bears drive so much news in this league that if he sets the record for passing yards, if he sets the record for passing touchdowns, adds a handful of rushing touchdowns, he'll be in the discussion. Again, I don't think that this is something that will happen, but this is the path, right? So if you get to a point where it's week 5 and he's got 10 touchdowns already, check the number at that point. You'll still get decent value because they're not going to respect him the way they do Lamar, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. So a little too early. Honestly, if you are a homer and you just want to do it, go for it. I won't talk you off that ledge, but I would wait, right? Let's see what the Bears are doing. If they start 3-1 and he's lighting the world on fire, you still probably could get this at 15 or 16-1. I
would agree. The only thing I'll say is if you are somebody who is looking at the list and is you know what? I'm just let's have some fun with MVP.
Right.
Maybe I'll parlay Josh Allen or Joe Burrow in a 4-leg, but I just want to have some fun. I'll take a flyer. Look at the names around Caleb Williams, and I'll list them out, and you tell me if you would rather take this player or Caleb Williams win the MVP. This is actually further up, but Jordan Love plus 2,000 or Caleb Williams plus 3,700. What would you rather take?
Caleb Williams. I'm not sure Jordan Love's.
And for the value you're getting on that,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a good argument.
Baker versus Caleb, I would probably take Baker.
I'd take Baker.
Yeah,
because I think that the Bucs are going to be actually really solid.
Getting Chris Godwin back potentially early. 𝗵buka's really good.
Yeah, right. They're talking a lot about him, and Cade Otton's saying he wants to be there forever.
They could be in the NFC Championship.
For sure.
CJ Stroud plus 2,500 or Caleb Williams plus 3,700.
I don't know that the Texans are going to be good enough.
Yeah.
They're missing a lot, right? And they took a major step back last year. Honestly, maybe that's a little harsh. CJ was really good in his rookie year.
Yeah.
If he reclaims some of that, obviously it would be a good story. So I'm on the fence on that one.
Yeah, me too. That's close. Brock Purdy plus 2,800.
No
Caleb.
shot,
Exactly.
dude. He's not even.
Yeah.
He's going to be throwing to me, you, and Edgar.
It's actually concerning what's going on in San
crazy.
Francisco. And then last one I'll just give you is Jared Goff plus 3,500 or Caleb.
See, like that is one that feels like it has sneaky value. If they win another 15 games, like now you're talking about he can do it without Ben Johnson,
Right, that's a narrative.
So like there's a narrative there. I think that the country really has wrapped their arms around the Lions too, which like for good reason. They've been really good the last couple years. So when you compare them though, it's not like that far off.
Nope.
Which is why I think this was an important segment, right? Like I'm not saying he's going to win, but what I am saying is if he wins, I wouldn't be surprised. That means the Bears had an all-world season and he was the reason why. And this is something that has never happened. Like there's no way we've ever had a quarterback that's even gotten close to winning an MVP.
Exactly.
So
I think there's a lot of truth to that. All right.
So let's move on. We'll talk Colston Loveland now. Colston Loveland for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is 30-1 on DraftKings, and you're getting worse value on FanDuel. At this time, it's 27-1. So 30-1 for Colston Loveland. Been thinking about this one.
Okay.
I think if I'm placing any futures bet for awards, this is the one I'm going to bet.
Whoa.
Colston Loveland, I've seen nothing but glowing reviews from him from training camp. He got the first ball in that series against the Bills in the preseason game. First pass went to Colston Loveland.
That's true.
Ben Johnson, we already know how much he loves using his tight ends. Sam Laporta, his usage rate went up as soon as Ben Johnson took over. The precedent is rough, though. It's
Very
not.
rough.
It's very uncharted, and the thing that scares me is Brock Bowers probably should have won it last year, and he didn't. Now, you're talking about Jaden Daniels having one of the best quarterback seasons from a rookie ever, so that's the outlier. But if Colston Loveland can do near or around what Brock Bowers did last year, he'll definitely be in the discussion. In my opinion, you need to catch probably for 1,000 yards. I didn't really,
Yeah.
and I don't think Bowers went that far over. But if he can catch 7 to 10 touchdowns, he'll definitely be on that ballot, and that's really all you want. You want a chance at the end of the season. So if you're talking usage, he goes if he can double his, his line. I think it was 550.5. He'll be there. He'll be on the ballot. You're looking at me like I'm nuts.
This is a hard one. Bowers last year had 1,200 receiving yards and 112 receptions.
112 catches?
112. He broke the rookie record for catches, I think,
Oh
not just
my
for a tight
God.
end, but for everybody. It was just a ridiculous season. And, I'm not saying that Jaden Daniels didn't deserve it because he 100% did.
He did.
But that's like what you're dealing with. Now, here's the silver lining for you. If
Is
you're a
Cam
Colston
Ward any
Loveland,
good?
that's the silver lining. And he's the only one, right? Unless you think Jackson Dart is going to somehow
No.
he could be good, but I don't think if he doesn't start the whole season,
Yeah,
he
he's
has a
not
chance
going
to
to play
win.
enough, I don't think.
So that's your silver lining is like,
And we're going up against Ashton Genty.
you're going up against Ashton Genty, and the problem with Colston Loveland, because I'm not scared of a lot of the other names here. I think Travis Hunter is just like the most fascinating thing ever.
Yeah.
And I'm really intrigued
If
by
he
that.
contributes on both sides of the ball meaningfully, he'll win the award.
You
I
think?
think, yeah.
But then there's going to be people who ask which award is he winning,
That's true, because it's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, so he's kind of out. Unless he goes off, but they got Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
He's wide receiver 2 at best.
Yeah. And that offense might be nice with Liam Cohen, but it's too hard to say. But the bottom line is you're right. Like the other names like 𝗬𝗏, good, but not like the feature receiver. Tyler Warren, Daniel Jones throwing to him, Matthew Golden. There's just so many receivers on that Packers offense. Tedoroya McMillan's dealing with injury.
Right. At 30-1, this feels like a swing.
Okay, but you have to. So you look at it from the odds standpoint and
Yeah.
from the market standpoint, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I want you to shift your lens to the Bears, and the Bears lens
is he going to get enough targets?
volume. That's all it is. It's just volume, and I have the concern that he's not going to be able to get anywhere near the production, of course, that Brock Bowers had. But if you talk about Burden being an impact player,
Yeah.
Cole Kmet caught a pass up the seam for 30 yards on
Zacchaeus scored the
Sunday, and
touchdown.
Zacchaeus scored the touchdown. Loveland might go over that total, but the volume isn't going to be there for him to win the award. Is the way I see it.
No, I think you're right. It doesn't necessarily talk me off the ledge because frankly, I already bet it.
Oh,
It's already in. But no, you make a good point. Like, this is a massive swing, right? Everything has to go right. He has to have an all-time great rookie season for a tight end. But I go back to what we talked about last week. They made a point to go get him. So they're definitely going to feature him more than maybe Tyler Warren's going to get featured in Indy, right? Tyler Warren fell to them. We went and got Colston Loveland. So maybe it's me being a homer, but I kind of...
It's not a homer. I mean, it's just, I get it. With the value, it makes sense. And knowing everything that we know about the way he's been used, like, it's encouraging. It's just a question mark. Like, maybe he will get the value. I don't know. Maybe they throw the bell that much. But, you know, it remains
I just feel like the catches part is scary.
It's really scary.
Bowers had how many again?
112.
That's insane.
Also, if the Bears are winning a lot, they're going to be running the ball more and having leads in games where they don't
we're
need
not
to
sure
throw.
they're going to be winning a lot yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay,
all right, so we'll touch on these quickly because there's really no value in them, but just to let the people know, there are Defensive Player of the Year odds, and we do have two representatives on that list. We have one, Montez Sweat at 120-1 on FanDuel. If we could get production, I won't even say like more or less or whatever, like we just need production from Montez Sweat, I'll be happy. And Jalen Johnson 150-1. He's a little banged up, so I'm doing some workouts before the game against the Bills. Hopefully he's ready for week 1. The only thing that I'll say, we haven't talked a ton about the defense. We did talk a little bit about Dennis Allen last week. Dennis Allen has definitely shifted what this defense looks like. He's much more aggressive. They're playing man. They're playing press. They're going to be rushing from a lot of different angles. So this feels like an opportunity for Jalen Johnson to get more interceptions. Obviously, he had the year where he had a few. He also dropped a few. So if he's locked in and he's playing to the level of that we know he can, and he's like securing these interceptions, maybe you throw in a couple pick sixes. Could he be in the discussion? Probably not, but we just need an opportunity for him, and Dennis Allen is going to help some of that volume.
Well, if you get a season like you had last year, where the sack total for the best, or the highest sack total was Hendrickson 17.5, but there wasn't anyone that was like really prolific, and it went to Surtain, who won the award. Like, if you get a similar type of year from a pass rush standpoint, and it's wide open, then there's a path for Jalen Johnson if he's truly locked down, and he plays really good receivers. He plays Justin Jefferson twice a year, Amon-Ra St. Brown,
twice,
right? Like, he's gonna see some guys with the schedule that they have. So if he gets that interception total, it would need to be like 9+, probably 8+, 9+, and he's like the true
I didn't even
lockdown,
think about
the
opponents too. Like they're playing the Bengals on the road, so he's gonna get Jamar Chase. Oh man, I mean, there's it's interesting, right? Like, I would not place any bets on this, but the numbers are what they are, right? 150-1 for a reason. They haven't given us any reason to say, let's move these guys up. So this could be a situation where next year you see what this defense looks like. These numbers will probably go up if they have as strong of a defensive season as we think. We also mentioned Ben Johnson a little bit last week. Just to reiterate, the numbers have not moved. Still 7-1 on DraftKings to win Coach of the Year. I wanted to make an announcement on the show. No. I told everyone not to bet it.
You did
I still am telling everyone not to bet it, but I'm getting closer to wanting to bet it.
Okay, why?
His demeanor on the sideline during that damn preseason game, dude. He was so locked in. Like, I almost underestimated how much of a psychopath he might be. Yeah. He might be crazy, and that's like great for us.
That's really good. I'm all in on this. I'm sorry. I'm all in. All right, let's do it. Let's go back to we talked a little bit about last week. To win the division or not, you still have a chance of winning this award. Out of the last 10 Coach of the Years, 5 of them did not win their division. So that's 50%. So
just need improvement.
Just need improvement. And again, they won 5 games last year. Like, the improvement.
So I think he the favorite if they win 9 games?
I think it needs to be 10. I think it needs to be 10.
If they get to 10 games, he'll definitely win it.
He's the winner for sure. So that's
because if they win 10 games, they're going to be in the playoffs.
In all likelihood,
more than likely,
unless a crazy tiebreaker circumstance happens.
Yeah,
and the NFC's weak enough that.
Well, I'm not saying he can't win it. I'm just saying that I'm scarred because I bet the last 2.
I know. Well, you probably shouldn't have bet.
I definitely should have. I know that. That I do know. I don't know. If they put a whooping on the Chiefs, I might just have to pull the trigger.
There's so much momentum about it already, dude. I mean, just again, the
but
way
we
he
know
conducts
the
himself,
momentum thing, dude. Like
It matters.
I've heard momentum before,
I know.
and then we lost 10 games in a row last
Yeah,
year.
so you're just scared, okay?
I'm scared.
Stop playing scared, all right? Let's go. What is
Scare
this?
money don't make no money. That's
Exactly.
true.
Exactly. I think it's smart though. It's not just like last year you could have talked yourself into the 𝗰𝗶𝘀 thing
I
because of
did.
like momentum and Hard Knocks. That is the case where yes. This is different, and you know it's different this year.
I'm so
you gotta
silly
look
for doing
past.
that.
You gotta look past the past. You know, it's okay. Everybody was bought in. I was bought in after Hard Knocks too. That damn television show.
God dang. All right. Well, one thing that we do have precedent for, and it unfortunately didn't happen last season, but happens a lot, is a team going from worst to first in their division. So off camera, you and 𝗻𝗻𝗀𝗋, our producer extraordinaire, who's behind the decks, I asked for a take, and you guys both pretty much said at the same time that the Bears are going to win the division. EP, chime in, please.
I'm not backing down on it. I still stand by that.
My guy. My guy.
Okay, so can you guys just like tell me why you feel so confident about this? Because I'm not saying I don't think it can happen. I'm just like, where did this come from?
I mean, I think it starts with, like you said, the demeanor in the preseason. And, I mean, Ben Johnson had his choice of team that he wanted to go to.
Yeah,
he
true.
chose the Bears. I don't know. I think the NFC North there's a lot of question marks in the NFC North. So, I mean, with the addition of Ben Johnson, the way the offense looks,
Yeah.
I'm more so. I know it's a long shot. Like, I'm not saying it's
Well, it's
a
not
lock.
that long of a shot. It's
550.
5 to
Well, yeah, but I'm
1.
not saying it's a lock.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say. But like the Detroit Lions were like the cream of the crop last year, but they
Mm-hmm.
were really banged up, and they still performed, that's pretty lucky if you ask me.
Yeah.
A lot of question marks with the Green Bay Packers offense. We don't know what that's going to look like
For sure.
And the ultimate question mark is J.J. McCarthy
Yeah.
in Minnesota. So, I mean, literally the NFC North could go in like 6 different directions. But I mean, I got faith in this offense. I mean, I know we haven't seen it obviously in the regular season, but I have a ton of faith in Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson just feels like it's different than bringing in Matt 𝗰𝗀𝘀.
Yeah.
It's different than year 2 of Matt Nagy when, let's be honest, the defense carried him to that playoff run. And
We
then
also
just
had the benefit
got
of
excited.
sneaking up on people in that season with Matt Nagy because I don't think anyone gave us any real shot. So the way you guys explain it, it makes sense, right? Like this could go in a number of directions. So just to get people the numbers, plus 550 on FanDuel to win the division, plus 500 on DraftKings. Can I interest you in a check down?
Okay.
Division specials on DraftKings have plus 230 to come in third and plus 350 to come in second. So, like, let's assume that the Lions are as good as we think they can be with most of their guys returning. Would you take either of those, or are you saying, screw it, I'm just betting them to win the division?
If I were to take anything, it'd be the plus 350 second place after I would take the division.
I like
But
that one.
I don't hate that at all. I think like, so here's the point that Edgar makes, right? Is like, we're finding a path here. Just
Yeah.
like we did for MVP, we're finding a path. And with this division, there's question marks, obviously, with the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers. And like, if you're asking yourself about the value, if this is a wide open division,
Yeah, 5 to 1 is
why
good
would
value.
you not take that with the question marks that the other teams have? That's the way I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
If I'm going to put $10 on it, let's just say it's $10 or it's
Yeah.
$100, whatever it may be.
Right.
And I'm like, if I want to find the best value here, bang for my buck, lost both offensive defensive coordinator in Detroit, got a lot of respect for Dan Campbell, and that team has a ton of talent, and it might not matter, but it
Right.
also really could
It
matter.
could matter, yeah.
Question mark is the biggest one at the biggest position of all of sports in Minnesota. And then the Packers, they could win 14 games or they could win 6. You just don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm terrified of the former where they could win 14 because it could definitely happen. But like the path is there, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, when you explain it, I just like, I'm glad that like I can understand the way you guys are looking at it, because I'm trying to eliminate just like being a homer and throwing money for no reason. I've done that a lot.
yeah.
And I think a lot of people are going to do that. So hopefully people listening to this, like if you've already bet it, congratulations, like you are a homer. But I hope that like we start to think about it a little more rationally, like the path makes sense. So I'm glad that that's why you're looking at it. Now,
Yeah, let's
I
hear
want to
it.
tell
Let's-
you
let's hear
about
it.
how you get massive value for this bet.
Okay.
You can bet exact order of division
I love
on
this.
DraftKings
this
and
is sick.
FanDuel.
Let's go.
So if I'm living in your world, Bears first, Lions second, Packers third, Vikings fourth, 28-1 on DraftKings. And if you're like me, who feels like the Lions are still going to be good, Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings, 17-1 on DraftKings.
Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings.
I'm thinking the Packers are going to be better than the Vikings. I love J.J. McCarthy. I'm one of those guys, but everything that I've read and seen does not seem like he's got it yet. And if you've already been there for a year, you probably should have it a little more than he does. He was obviously nursing an injury. So that's how I kind of feel like it's going to shake out. Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings.
I don't hate it. I
That's
don't hate it.
17-1.
I feel like what I should do now, because as you're talking about Homer, let me play devil's advocate now. All right, let's play the scenario where the Bears come last in the division. All right, and tell you why.
Well, you can get that at like plus 165, so still plus
to go
money.
last.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I don't think that's going to happen, but J.J. McCarthy doesn't have to do a lot to be good.
No.
And to have that team be
That's a
good.
good
Their
point.
defense is very good. The weapons on that team are good, and they have the best coach in the NFL at the moment because he just won Coach of the Year, and he's really, really good.
O'Connell.
Okay, so that's the take for the Vikings. I give you that.
Yeah.
It's only fair for me to present both sides of this
Absolutely.
argument.
That's what the show's about.
The Detroit Lions might have the best roster in football, probably still have one of the best offensive lines in football, have probably one of the best receiver duos in football. I think Jameson Williams is going to be really good. Dan Kimball might just be a really good coach.
Yep.
He fills in the coordinators just fine. The culture is great, and they win 14 games again. That's 100% in play.
Yeah.
It's in play. And then the Packers are
You
just
just said it.
efficient,
Yeah.
and Matt LaFleur is a great coach, and Jordan Love isn't spectacular, but they win 14 games.
I think it's absolute BS that the minute the Bears feel like they've got their guy, everyone else in the
is-
division has their guy also.
At quarterback, you're saying?
Well, and at coach,
Or
dude.
at coach,
I mean, like
yeah.
the top to bottom in the division, like I would probably put him up against any other division. Maybe the AFC West because they have 3 Hall of Famers, but like
AFC North still, maybe, if you think
yeah,
that,
but like damn, dude, like we've waited forever to be good and they might be good. And the last year the one team won 15 games, the other team won 14
Yeah.
games.
It's-
Like this is torture.
yeah, it's unfortunate. But again, you make a good point in that sense. Like, that's not going to happen again.
Right.
Both, like, one of these.
One of the
team is
teams
bound
is
to
gonna be
fall
bad.
off.
Yeah.
Which team is it going to be? I don't know. It's going to be Minnesota or Detroit. One of them is going to fall off. You probably would lean Minnesota, I guess. But like,
Just because there's more of a question mark
it's not
at
like
quarterback.
they lost Aaron
No.
Rodgers. They lost Sam Darnold, and they're replacing him. You know
And
what I mean?
Sam Darnold
Like,
was really bad in that playoff game.
He was really bad in the playoff game. Great throughout the year, but very bad in that playoff game. So
MVP at the bank.
I mean, you could talk circles around it,
Yeah.
like we just did.
so
I
are you
think
taking the exact order?
Here's my exact order. Okay, I'm taking the Bears first, Lions second, Vikings third, Packers fourth. I think that's the. Do we have that?
I'm gonna try and
You can
find it. Okay, say it again.
Bears first, Lions second, Vikings third.
Oh, you
Packers,
flipped-
Packers fourth. All I did was flip the Vikings and the Packers
Vikings
I got
and
a
the
lot of
Packers.
faith in that Vikings roster and their coach.
Oh my God, that's interesting.
So
I don't hate it. EP, what do you think?
I don't hate it either.
You guys are like locked in, dude. You
oh my
guys
God!
are
In
the
5
same
weeks, when the
I got-
Packers
I
are
got-
4-0.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, did you find his?
I'm
odds
going to
yet?
division specials now. Let me get the exact order. Here we go. Okay, so
Let's-
you said Bears,
Bears
Lions,
first. Bears, Lions, Vikings, Packers.
Bears, Lions, Vikings, 30-1.
Oof,
30-1.
I like it.
Okay, what's
All right.
more likely, Colston Loveland to win Rookie of the Year, or that to be the
That.
exact order?
That
I don't know. I
for sure.
kind of like the argument you made for Colston Loveland's offensive rookie of the year.
You know,
Bet. I like it. I mean, you're right. What quarterback? Quarterbacks aren't really jumping off the table.
Yeah.
All it takes is like an injury to
Genty.
to kind of really put
good
him
point.
in
and
the
then it's
conversation.
wide open. All right, what do you
All
got
right,
for
back
us?
to the division. This is the world is falling. Like, what if the Packers just have a Packers year
They're just 14.
and like JJ's not ready, and the Detroit Lions take a step back because of all the coaching losses, and they're not as lucky as they were with all the injuries. Packers first, Bears second,
oh my God,
Lions third,
Vikings,
Vikings
fourth.
fourth.
19-1.
Interesting.
almost 20 to 1 odds.
Yeah.
I can assure you, I'm going to look at my camera. I can assure you if that happens, I will be the worst. Like, I will actually riot. If the Packers win the division, I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
They have a wide receiver they drafted in the first round who's wearing a jersey number in the 20s. Like, that is the least aura you could ever have in your entire life.
That's pretty bad. Would you rather have 87 or 22 as your receiver? He's wearing 22 golden, right?
Yeah. 87 for sure.
Yeah.
As a receiver, 87.
22 feels like you're like the third string running back on like a college football team.
That's crazy.
But we had a good 22. Wasn't Matt Forte 22?
He was.
We love 22. So stay away from 22, Packers people. We hate you. All right. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you guys about a homer bet because we talked a lot about homer bets.
Let's go.
Ben Fox, good dude, works for Yahoo Sports. He's their betting insider. He posted a tweet that a bettor in Illinois wagered $300,000 for the Bears to win over 8.5 games at plus 110. The ticket would win you $330,000 for a grand total of $630,000. Is he fried, or is this happening?
I like it a lot, man. I'm trying really hard not to give in to my homerism, and I fully admit it. I'm not that kind of guy that's gonna be like, I don't know, guys. Let's let it develop. Like, no, I'm.
You're like all in.
I'm a meatball Bears fan, meatball head Bears fan. Like, I'm in. I'm just telling you, man. Like, the combination of Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen on the defense, like,
it's super solid.
Everything feels
right.
Feels right, and it makes me afraid. But
see, I'm operating with fear. Okay, so in a previous episode, right before you joined as co-host, I said that the best value was to take them to win over 7.5. It was minus 170 because I do see 8 wins on that schedule without like lucky bounces, without any BS. 8 wins feels right. This bet at $300,000 feels like he should have bet the 7.5 and was like, I just want plus money.
Yeah, I just make money.
Exactly.
I agree. I don't know if I'd put that much money on that 8.5, but I'm with Edgar. Like, I think the thing you have to look at it is if they win less than 9 games, it's a disastrous season, if I'm being honest. That's the way I see it. And there's people that won't agree with that. There's people that'll say, oh, it's a 3-game improvement from last year. You have to give them some slack. It's the first year of Ben Johnson.
We're all out of slack, bro.
Like, you're out of excuses if you're Caleb Williams. This is a really, really good offensive system and a really, really good offensive personnel that you have around you.
For sure.
The standard is set very high for this team inside of that building and outside of it as well. If you do not win a majority of your games, like, you're asking questions about the quarterback.
Yeah,
most
over
likely.
500 this year, like, bust. You can't.
You
can't be 8 and 9. Like, I remember people saying, like, and I'm saying rationally. Rationally, I look at the schedule and I see 8 wins. Will they exceed that? I hope so. But if they come in at 7 and 10, this year was a failure. So I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, we can't continue to like extend this leash, right? Like, Caleb's young. He's in year 1 with the best offensive coordinator in the country, who is an up and coming coach. Everyone who had an opening wanted him, and he chose the Bears. They have to win at least 8 games, and even 8 games feels like it would be underperforming.
What if the offense looks great, Caleb throws for 4,000 yards, and they still don't reach 8-9 wins?
Then something catastrophic happened
with Dennis Allen's defense.
But the offense looked like
I would personally feel good because that would be a first for the Bears having a 4,000-yard passer. But what I want to challenge us to do as fans is not settle for, okay, they ticked the box, they had a milestone.
I mean, I'm not really saying it's settling, but like to call it a disaster, if that plays out where the offense looks great,
right,
but they don't hit double-digit wins.
No, it wouldn't be a disaster in that sense.
Not a disaster.
But I also think that if he throws for 4,000 and he sets, that bar that high, I don't think there's any way they lose less than, or they don't exceed 8, 9, 10 wins.
I mean, you get some unlucky bounces. The Bears have traditionally been unlucky. There's pathways in that.
I just had a vision of the stupid Fail Mary.
Oh my
God! Now I feel like football is actually back. That was like the worst Sunday ever.
They're not losing that game against Washington, by the way. They're not losing.
No, they're going to win that one. I agree.
No shot.
I agree. That's just like too deep a cut. Like they may not beat the Steelers, and I hope that they beat the Steelers, but they're definitely going to beat the Commanders.
Yeah.
That was one of the wins that I had earmarked.
Last thing I'm saying here about this, the easiest thing for people to do, they do it every single year. Strength of schedule, strength of schedule, strength of schedule.
It's gonna get to 18
this
games.
This is the dumbest thing you could do, because last year you're of course going to have the hardest strength of schedule in the NFL because you played two teams twice that had 14 and 15 wins, right? And the strength of schedule argument never takes into account how teams will change the following year. So if you look at that, it's just such an easy metric to be like, oh, they have the hardest schedule in the NFL. Under. Well, you look at all these different teams. Dallas has problems. Minnesota might be worse. Detroit might be worse. You know, you go down the list. Cincinnati might be a trouble again.
Their
yada
defense is horrible.
Exactly. You could do this all day. So that's just an advisory for people to say, don't look at strength of schedule purely.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't
that
matter.
much.
It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, and also like the strength of schedule right now doesn't mean anything. If Jared Goff gets hurt and they have to play Hendon Hooker,
things like that.
Lions are going to just straight up tank. So keep that in mind. And also shout out to whoever that meatball Bears fan is who said, I want to put $300K on the Bears. Bear down. We
Conviction.
love you. Conviction. Way more than I have. So greater man than me. All right. So a couple minutes left. We'll wrap up with a Big Ten betting preview because college football is back starting this weekend. There's games. Week 0. We love to hear that. So we'll keep it regional. Better bet, in your opinion. Illinois over 7.5 wins. Indiana over 8.5 wins. Two teams in the Big Ten that very much overachieved, overperformed last season. Getting a little more value if you're taking Indiana. Which one of those do you like better?
Seems easy for me. I don't know about you. It's Illinois for me.
Same.
It felt very Cinderella last year for Indiana. Illinois returns their entire starting offensive line. My apologies. They return their quarterback, of course. It seems like they have something serious brewing.
I think they're
with
ranked
the guys
12th.
coming back. They're ranked 12th. They finished 16th in the postseason AP poll last year. A lot of momentum. A lot of talk about them. I know people want to say, like, typical Illinois, like, they're never going to do it. I think they're a potential college football playoff team.
I would 100% agree with that. And I have a lot of friends, I'm sure you do as well, that went to U of I. This is probably the best they've ever felt about college football, right? You're in the top 15. There's 12 teams that make the playoff. If it shakes out like that, they're going to be the last team in. Yeah. And their schedule, they're missing a lot of the, like, power teams. So I like the Illinois bet more than I like the Indiana bet. I think the Indiana was a great story last year, but then you saw once they got to the playoff, it was like, this is like a step up in class. Yeah. So Illinois returning their starters, the quarterback, their lines are really, really good. And they added some linebackers in the portal. I think Illinois over 7.5 is the bet. All right, rivalry time.
Sure you want to do this?
I'm sure I want to do this. Better bet, Michigan to win over 8.5 games or Ohio State to win over 10.5. Just mind you, over for Michigan is minus 160. Over for Ohio State is plus 135. So you're getting better value, but I know what you're going to pick. I just want to know why.
I mean, this is just a ridiculous question. If people don't know, I graduated from the Ohio State University. Mike is a fan of the University of Michigan.
Also noted that Edgar is a Ohio State guy as well. He loves Ohio State.
Is that Edgar?
Very true.
I did not attend, and just my fandom gravitated toward Ohio State.
I don't think I
and
knew,
always
did I
has
know
been
this
like
about
that.
Edgar?
I mean, you think I was just throwing you the OH last year?
Yeah, I thought it was just like, oh, like I'm
For
going to be a
fun?
nice guy.
No,
All right.
No.
Let's go. I'm
I'm
taking Ohio
outnumbered
State.
all of a sudden on my podcast.
Team's way too good.
You gave
Coach
us
is
mics.
better.
You gave us mics.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I'm Ohio State.
All right, so I'm only saying this objectively. Ohio State at 10.5 wins. What do they play, 12 games?
Yes. You can only afford to lose one.
You can only afford to lose one. And the first game of the season, they play Texas.
Yeah.
So if history repeats itself, because that whole class hasn't beaten Michigan in 4 years.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm just saying. There's a reason why one's minus 160 and one's plus 135. That's all I'll say. I'm not trying to
numbers
start.
two wins less.
I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just giving you the facts. So the better bet is Michigan. The schedule's easier.
Yeah, you'll win like 5 cents if you put like money on that. So,
But it's better than winning no cents.
I'll be honest here. We had some fun with that. There's serious question marks, of course. Anytime you have a change in quarterback for Ohio State, it's Julian saying, and people don't know, and that's real. That's real, and I can't deny that.
But they might win against Texas in like they're playing at the shoe.
Yeah, they should win that game. It's Arch's first official game as like a real first full-time starter. I don't know. He's played many times, but it's like he's the guy now. But at home,
that's going to be such a fun game.
I tried to go. Tickets
outrageous.
Yeah,
I should have hit a parlay before.
Yeah, that
would have been the only way to pay for it.
So I think, you want me to be honest? I think both of these cash over.
I love it. I think, and I'll talk about it a little bit in this next segment as we wrap up. But I do think the Big Ten's going to be extremely strong again. There's no secret. They've won the last 2 national championships. The best. I'm not going to be a SEC hater, but the best football teams are coming out of the Big Ten recently, and the money is even now, bro. The reason why the SEC got all the guys before was they were paying big money. Now that this NIL stuff is here, Michigan's recruiting class is insane. Always Ohio State's recruiting classes are insane, and the schools that have a lot of money are paying. So the playing field is a little more even. So I like both of them over as well. Even though I don't think this, I think I'm going to say this. What is it? August 21st. I don't think this is a year where Michigan beats Ohio State, but they still feel like a team that is going to make the college football playoff.
Can we clip that, Edgar? Can we clip that out immediately?
Clip that.
Wow.
You guys don't know anything about reverse jinxes.
Oh,
okay, so let's move on. Make the college football playoff parlay. This might be the wackiest parlay I ever give out on this show.
This is really good, Mike. I like this.
You like it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, my God. Okay, so 3 teams to make the college football playoff. First, Notre Dame. The college football playoff is an invitational, which means Notre Dame always has a seat at the table. All they have to do is win at least 9 games and they're in. 100%, the ratings matter. Everyone loves Notre Dame from a national perspective. They're in. I like Michigan to make it, and for reasons I just mentioned. Even if they don't beat Ohio State, if that game is close and they win 10 games, they will get in. The swing. Shout out to all my 𝗦cie cats. Missouri to make the college football playoff. I think by itself it was 20-1 or 16-1. They don't play Georgia. They don't play Texas. They don't play Tennessee. They play South Carolina and Alabama at home. They haven't decided who their quarterback is, which is the big problem. But they will decide against a team called Central Arkansas. So they're going to win that game. So they're going to know who they have. If they can beat South Carolina or Alabama, one of those games, and they don't trip anywhere else, this is a team that could be the last team in. Those 3 teams to make the college football playoff, 41-1, $20 to win, $840. I love it.
I'm in, Mike. I'm in. I see the path where Michigan can make it without the Ohio State win, and Missouri is one of the sneakier teams that I think you can be.
They were pretty good last year. I mean, obviously you're having a new quarterback situation.
You lose the best player on the team too, Luther Burden. Man.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. That's tough.
That's tough.
But I like it. 41-1. Notre Dame to make the college football playoff. Michigan to make the college football playoff, and Missouri to shock the world. 𝗦cie, $20 to win, $840. All right, fun episode. Let's get out of here with this. Bulls Fest is this weekend in Chicago. I have a bet for you, Edgar Perez. Over under 3.5 points scored by Kevin Lapka in the CHSN basketball showcase.
Who's on your team?
Clay Harbor and 𝗵cie 𝗶𝗹.
We have Gabe, Cam, and Naomi versus Kevin, Clay, and 𝗵cie.
This is up to 11, right? Or
games up to 11.
1s and 2s.
1s and 2s.
I got faith in my boy. I'm gonna go over.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
I'm going over as well.
Wow.
Because I think you did mention you're not much of a 3-point shooter.
I'm not.
But I don't think, and I hope that they don't listen to this, I don't think Cam and Gabe are going to be as engaged as you will be. So just go out there and get buckets for the show, please, so we can cash our bet.
I've seen Kevin dunk on IG stories. So is there any chance we'll see a dunk?
In-game?
In-game dunk.
That would be absolutely insane.
I don't know I think if I were to do that, it would make me look very try-hard. And
no way, bro. If you could dunk on somebody at the Bulls Fest.
Brother, if I could touch the rim, I'm doing it every single time.
We'll see how the legs are feeling that morning. I won't rule it out, though. I won't rule it out. If I get a clear path, I'm not going to try to go for somebody.
At least dunking warm-ups.
Yeah,
just for the squad.
Yeah, I'll get that going.
Just for the squad. Yeah. All right, so if you are listening, check out Bulls Fest. There will be tons of games, a huge activation by the Bulls. Shout out to the Bulls for doing this. Outdoor basketball, we love it. The weather's supposed to be nice. And hopefully you can bring home a win for the Respect Coin crew and the digital squad. But as always, this is Respect Coin. A lot of fun for Kevin Lapka and our producer, Edgar Perez. We are out of here. Peace.